I think that brings me quite well, actually, round to the sort of more difficult question.
Well, that was already quite difficult.
Yeah. Well, it's the more difficult one for me to articulate and explain, which is that, you know, when the finite mind can't get their head around something, the sort of remedy for that is to start with experience. You know, you often ask people to start with asking the question, am I aware? And the answer comes back, yes, but for me, the answer always comes back, I'm not sure. And I think in part that's a defense mechanism, because I am very accustomed to being sceptical of everything, to always doubt that I can know something, that it's possible to even have knowledge. And so that's where I get stuck, sort of at the first hurdle of even knowing whether or not I am aware, whether I am.
That's great. That's best to get stuck at the first hurdle rather than presume the first 10 hurdles and then get stuck at the 11th.
Right.
That's great.
Yeah,
you get stuck at the
like
very first hurdle. You're making an assumption that you are aware. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
That being aware...
That I even am. So I'm not really sure where to go from there.
But you refer to I all the time.
I know.
I doubt, I'm not even sure, I know.
And then
you say, I doubt that I am.
Yeah.
If you doubted that you am, why would you refer to I all the time?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. Who's
right,
not sure?
Exactly. But it's just that it doesn't quite click with me.
Okay, all right. So
I use the word I because I'm used to it, but I'm not really sure what I'm referring to. I don't connect with that as something that is definite.
Do you have the experience of being?
I don't know.
You don't know whether you exist now. I'm using existence in a synonymous with being. If I were to ask you now, do you exist?
I feel like I exist.
But in order to have a feeling, you say, I feel like. It doesn't matter what you feel. I feel like. Surely, to feel something, I feel like ...
Logically,
to feel
I'm with
something.
you.
No, I'm not being logical. I'm using reason, but I'm exploring your experience. You say, I feel like. If you feel something, must you not exist? How could something that is non-existent feel something?
Well, I mean, in much the same way as something that is non-existent can create existence, I suppose.
No, but I'm using the word existence.
Yes.
It's synonymous with being in this context. If you do not feel, if you were not present, how could you feel? When you say I feel ... that which feels must be present. How could something that is not present feel?
I absolutely follow the logic of what you're saying.
But it's true, it's logical, but it's based on experience. So I'm not just being...
But I don't experience that. I don't experience the absoluteness of
What doesn't experience
being.
that? What doesn't experience the absoluteness of being?
I can't refute it any further. It's why I said this was the harder question.
It is a hard question because you are denying the only absolutely self-evident fact of experience.
I think how I've described it before is that I think I am so ingrained in scepticism that I don't trust my own experience. I've learned to doubt my experience because my experience of the world, of things, I know is not accurate to how things are in any objective, real way.
It's very good that you're so skeptical. It's very good that you doubt everything.
Yeah, I know that my perceptions are
there is something
not representative of
that's very good.
That's
very good. I agree with you.
But it filters all the way back to doubting the experience of being. It feels like an experience in the same way that perceptions are an experience.
But in order to doubt anything, whether it's the experience of being or anything, it doesn't matter what you're doubting, in order to doubt, there must be being. Because doubt is. If there is doubt, there is being. So it doesn't matter what you are doubting, but the only thing that cannot legitimately be doubted is being. I agree with you, everything else is in doubt. But the fact that there is doubt, the fact that doubt is, or the fact that doubt exists, is itself the evidence of being.
Do you have any suggestions on how I might frame it or refocus so that I'm not getting stuck on that doubt that it seems that I know is illogical for it to be there, but is there nonetheless?
Okay. Would you agree that there is something? Please say yes. That horrible silence after my question.
I can go so far as to say that there appears to be something.
But even if there is an appearance, forget even what the appearance is of. Just the fact that you can say, I agree there is an appearance.
Yeah, so
an
so
appearance
it must appear
is
to
something.
Yeah.
No, I didn't go that far. I didn't say it was appearing to something. That's hurdle 3. We're still at hurdle 1. Yeah? Even that you say...
okay, there is an appearance of something.
It doesn't even need to be an appearance of something. Just the fact that there is an appearance. An appearance is not nothing. Yeah?
Okay.
An appearance is something.
I'm with you.
Okay, let's pause.
I find it difficult to connect it to the I.
No, but I'm not.
Okay.
I haven't. That's hurdle 4. We're still at hurdle 1. So I just want to at this stage agree with you that I'm trying to find somewhere where we agree. I don't want to keep pushing. I don't want to just keep provoking resistance in you and trying to push. I'm trying to find some place where we have common ground, somewhere where we can start and go together. I don't want to argue with you. So I'm trying to find a place we can start.
So hurdle 1, there is an appearance.
Okay,
yes?
there is something.
There is something.
It's even more fundamental than there is an appearance, because you don't know. You can't be sure whether it's an appearance or not yet. That's hurdle 2. Hurdle 1 is there is something. This is not nothing. Yeah.
Okay.
There is something. And if there is something, something must be. You couldn't have something in the absence of being. What would be the status of something if there were no being?
Okay.
Okay, that's it. You asked for a place to start. You've agreed there is something. First of all, you denied a few minutes ago that there may even be being. So I'm trying to establish.
Yeah, okay.
That's where I want
feels
to.
a bit more comfy now.
Okay, that's all I'm going to
there
say
is
for
being.
now. That's the place. That's your entry point.
Okay.
Start. There is undeniably something. If there is something, something must be. Therefore, if there is something, being is. Okay, that is the irrefutable proof, the self-evident proof that being is. That's not just logical thinking. It's logical, but it's based on experience. It's based on undeniable experience. So being undoubtedly is. Yeah?
Yeah.
Can you be certain about anything else? Well, let me ask the question in a more specific way. You've agreed, I think, don't let me put words in your mouth, but you've agreed that being is, and that's a fact of experience.
Okay.
We're not just talking abstract philosophy. We've derived this from our experience, from our current experience. Being is. Now, if we can assert that with absolute certainty, being must be known. How could we assert that being is if being were not known? This is hurdle 2.
I'm really trying not to jump ahead.
Good. I love that 5 seconds of silence. I mean it. That's perfect. That's the place to stay. Let's leave it there. You've got this bright, razor-sharp mind, which is beautiful, and I absolutely applaud your fierce scepticism. And you should keep going. It's a beautiful tool. We'll just go very, very slowly. There is something. Something is. There is being. And if we can assert that, being must be known. Just ponder that. Don't jump to conclusions. Don't believe anything I say, but don't let your skepticism run ahead too quickly and assert things which you later find out not to be true. Like, I'm not sure whether there is being. Okay. You are now sure there is being.
Yeah, I'll try and
connect
those things together from that starting
exactly.
point.
Just go very slowly, one hurdle at a time. There is something must be, therefore there is being. If I can assert that there is being, being must be known. What is it that knows that there is being? Just pause there. And don't let your mind go too quickly onto the next. Just pause there. Stay there.
Okay. Thank you.
It's that question. It's a beautiful. It's like a beautiful koan. It's a tremendously powerful question. Actually, Ellen once told me that her 5-year-old nephew asked his mother once, "How do I know that I exist?" That's the most beautiful question. If you follow that question alone would take you to the heart of reality if you followed it all the way. So it's beautiful that you ask these questions. Just stay with them. Be reluctant to reach a conclusion either way.